Seeking love? Let's dive in together. Welcome to Radiant Romance, my journey to true love. Join me, Christine Howard, as I navigate the twists and turns of finding my soulmate with grace, ease, and joy. Don't miss your chance to be front row with me in this exhilarating journey. Tune in and be inspired to manifest your own radiant romance. Hey there, welcome to another episode of Radiant Romance, my journey to true love. I am Christine Howard, your host and subject of this reality show. I am excited to be bringing this next episode to you. I actually noticed something at the end of the first episode that was missing in a really big way, and I want to address this right away. Nowhere in there did I say what was going to be coming up for me was getting out and dating. I just laughed at myself because that was not even on my list of 5 things that I said I was going to be doing. And isn't that the purpose? It's all about me getting out and meeting somebody, finding that partner. Well, no, all is not lost because I actually did get out and I matched with some people and I met with some people, and that is really the whole theme and topic for today. It's about exploring dating profiles and meeting my matches. As we dive in, I am going to start with actually a new segment because you all gave me some great feedback and comments, and I so appreciate everything that you shared. And I want to celebrate you for being on this journey with me. And it really inspired this tweak to the episode in that I am going to start with a segment called Celebrations. Celebrations. And it was genius that this tweak happened because actually celebrating is a huge part of my life, personally as well as professionally. I write celebrations in my journal, not gratitude. I actually celebrate. I do little celebration rituals on the regular. I actually even bring it into my coaching work in that's the first thing I do after grounding meditation. It's the first thing I do is we start with celebrations. And it's even something I teach about in my book, Radiant Achievement. So here we go. We're going to start with celebrations. I have a fun clip for you that highlights my key celebrations for the week. I hope you enjoy. Okay, coming to you with my top celebrations. There are 5. Number 1, I am settled into this new project called dating apps. I've taken the time to integrate what I've learned, watching even some additional videos from Jonathan Asley. More to come on that. 2, I've had fun conversations with local residents, literally walking up and down the street, about love. And it's been fascinating to see people's responses and reactions. Some are happy to chat, and other people gave me the strong arm and said, I'm not the person to talk to you about this. Number 3, I reviewed my sacred partner card and I decided it's actually really good as is with one minor tweak. 4, I had deep dive conversations with a couple men this week that truly, really warmed my heart. Number 5, I had in-person meetups with men this week. And I'll tell you, one meetup, I was not expecting what unfolded. I'll leave it at that. That's this week's celebrations. I hope this encourages and inspires you to make celebration part of your daily ritual, whether it's related to your personal life and finding your partner or your career or any other aspect. Celebration, I've come to see first and foremost, keeps us fueled for that journey. It keeps us feeling good and happy. And what the other thing is, we actually attract more of what we focus on. So when I focus on, and when you focus on those little wins that happen, then guess what? We're going to be attracting more of those same beautiful things. So celebration, celebration, celebration. All right. With that done, it's created a beautiful foundation for us to step into the next segment, which is, what are those key insights and learnings from the week? Boy, I will tell you, I feel like I'm back in school. Sometimes like awkwardly in high school. I am definitely someone who is a late bloomer. And I'm feeling that maybe a little bit here in the context of the dating apps. And I am not savvy in it by any means. And so I want to bring my key learnings to you. I want us to learn together along this path. And the first insight and learning is what I learned related to setting up or evaluating profiles in the dating app. So let's scroll and learn together with this fun clip I've accumulated or compiled, which is from a session I did with a guy friend of mine who gave me the male wisdom and perspectives on reviewing profiles. Enjoy the clip. So here's been my thing so far. Of course, the more things that match up with who I am, if they say I'm spiritual, I like personal growth, I'm, done my inner work, like all those are ding, 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 yes, 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 tell me more, tell me more. This guy had some stuff that resonated with me, but
seems like a good, just from looking at this all seems like a good
match. Yeah. And
except maybe the Gemini part.
No, is that not good? I'm Gemini rising, so I think that's good. He's got a nice beach picture here, which I thought was good. Mm-hmm. So we had so here's the scoop. We had a very nice, long, like almost an hour and a half, I think, phone call last night.
Wow.
And he has never been married, and he was close a couple times. Personally,
that's a red flag.
You think that is a red flag?
Totally. At 60 years old to never been married.
Yeah.
And that means everything's fine then?
No, I mean, just kidding. But get this. His parents were both teachers.
That's
cool. He seems very grounded.
That's great.
Yeah.
But remember what I told you.
Red flag.
No.
Oh, what did you tell me?
When you get together.
Oh, okay. So when we get together, it's
just a meet and greet.
Coffee, something simple. Yeah.
So you can have an easy escape if you need an easy escape.
Okay. Thank you for the reminder. Coffee, glass of wine, first time, keep it simple.
That's my recommendation.
How do you feel about so there's another guy. All right, so we'll end
No hotels on the first day.
No, gosh, this guy. This guy here that's next to me.
This guy.
But he's a pro, so I better listen to him.
I'm not a pro.
Okay, so there's another guy. Mm-hmm. And it's funny. So one of my best friends is bald, and I'll tell you, like, a couple of these guys do not have hair, and I think it's super cool.
You like it?
So this guy's a bit younger, but not out of my range.
You gotta be careful with this guy. I'm teasing.
Software?
No, because he's a sales commander.
Oh, got it.
Salesmen are really good at selling.
Oh, got it. Okay. So it's important. Sarah, you tell me it's important to look at their career in with their helping understand personality traits, or
anytime I would ever interview people that were like for sales jobs.
We are recording this. Yeah. Okay. Tell me we're.
Well, no. Anytime I would go to interview somebody in a sales job, right?
Yeah.
you have to realize they're very good at. I mean, if they're successful, which I'm assuming he is, just by looking at the title and where he's from and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like, you got to assume like, okay, he's really good at sales, which means you're really good at selling yourself.
Yeah.
So, which is, that's cool.
Just
I'm not
to
saying
be
he's just to be aware
of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is going to be different, I think, than the last guy.
Mm-hmm.
As a project manager, so just a little bit different. Like he might be more geared towards not being real.
Oh, interesting. Well, he definitely. We'll look at his pictures. He definitely has a playfulness kind of side. Yeah. So here's all right. So I need to follow up with that guy, and then.
And you're just like scoring. I love it.
There's 3 guys.
Look at you.
I like these guys, and then this guy. So tell me what you think about this. He has not responded to me. Now, this last person wanted to either to meet up, like after we connected online, he wanted to meet up or. Meet up for a drink or coffee like right away, and I suggested a Zoom call. I haven't heard back from him, so maybe he's.
I like
a
his
no-go.
Opening statement.
Yes,
and he also says.
I agree. The co-create talks about co-creating, deeply connected partnership.
Trust.
Yes, his opening, which everything really resonated with me. Right, it was all good stuff. But
empathy is cool.
People are busy and not. And here's the other thing: like how regular are people with this? Or again, they're out there fishing.
I love that question.
A lot. What has been the highlight of your week so far? Yeah,
that's a great question. Oh wow. Okay, so he has long hair. This is just pulled back.
I don't know, or is that
sure?
Oh, it is.
You can tell. Yeah, he's got like it.
Oh.
I mean, just something to note.
Well, I saw that, but I thought maybe that's an old picture.
No, I don't think so. Just, I mean,
hard to tell. Okay.
I mean, I guess since you like, that's
cute. Isn't that cute? He has very cute pictures and oh, okay. So it's probably a good time to say this. My friend, so I did a session with my girlfriend, and she gave me some great tips, advice. We went through some stuff on my profile, and her comment to me was, it was something she learned from somebody else, is everyone's only as handsome, beautiful, whatever, as their least attractive. I know.
Well,
tattoos, yeah, as their least attractive picture.
Maybe it's not a tattoo. Maybe it's just.
It could be a sticker thing. Yeah. But this person's like in my neighborhood.
Wow.
So, yeah. But they're only as attractive as their least attractive picture online.
Yes.
So I've seen like some guys that have these amazing cover photos, and then I scroll through and I'm like, are they years apart? Is this something that is a one-off or what? So just for me to keep in mind, because my girlfriend has many times been caught off guard in a meetup with how somebody looks.
Yeah.
Not that looks are everything, but
for me that would be a thing.
I know. I that's something just from photos. I will say I'm a teeth person. Yeah. I really like nice
Isn't that funny?
Set of teeth.
Weird things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have beautiful teeth.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. So anyway, I agree. But
I really, seems like a really cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Worth a like.
To me, like for me knowing you and what you're looking for, he seems like he's closer than the other two in my opinion.
Okay.
Well, just
because of the wording. I agree. I agree.
I agree. Because he says he's spiritual. I mean, obviously, and this whole empathy thing, like to me, that just feels like, and even what he does for work,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you can tell this guy must have a big heart.
Big heart. I agree. All right. So we just went through 3 matches on Bumble, which I like.
So much fun.
My friend doesn't like. And so I think that's,
well, no,
so
but
that was good.
For what you're looking for, I'm feeling good about Bumble right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
For you. Yeah.
That clip is really just the tip of the iceberg of the information that I have gleaned from my meetup with him. And I want you to have that insights and those nuggets as well. So what I've done is I've put together a PDF, one of my favorite things, and I've made it available for you as a download. You can get all the details in the show description below on how you can go and get your own copy of those dating app insights. And while you're in the description, go ahead and hit subscribe if you're enjoying this show and the information that I'm sharing. All right, that was the first insight. Insight number 2 is that I have come to see that I really go through this wave of emotions when I am first connecting with and through meeting somebody new. And I've also come to see that it's so important for me to give myself space and time to let all those emotions really kind of settle in so I can have like true clarity about how I feel. Now, I brought you along on the journey from one of my matches through Meetup, and want to share this clip with you that highlights this journey that I went through. Enjoy the clip. Just had a little coffee chat with a gentleman that I met on Bumble. We actually connected, matched, I guess, a week ago or so, and just plain kind of message tag back and forth. But we did a phone call. He lives maybe probably 20 minutes from me, which is nice and good. And we did this phone call, or actually some of the texting, I was messaging about spirituality and where's he at? Because I think he said Christian on his profile, and really wanted to dive into, deeper to what that looks like for him, is some of his beliefs. That's such a core thing for me, is I wanted to see if there was, again, enough alignment there. So the messages all were good, back and forth, and felt definitely, I think enough of an alignment that I got from the messages so we could jump on a call. And like 15 minutes in, he said, he goes, this isn't a bad thing. He goes, but I know I don't need to talk to you anymore. I'm like, okay. And he said, I would love to meet in person. So we chatted a little bit further and then set a time to meet for tomorrow, Sunday, for coffee and a beach walk. And he seems like a really solid guy. We share Midwest values and roots. That's a good thing. And we'll see if there's a connection, attraction when we meet in person, because pictures only show so much. Okay, now I'm walking back up the hill home from my coffee. There's actually a coffee and walk, and he's a super sweet guy, cute, kind, really big heart, and not feeling the spark though. And I didn't say anything to him. I need to figure out my next step. We did make tentative plans for next week to do a little golf outing. And he's got a super cool project he's working on. And maybe I do that and then see how it feels after the second meetup. But if I'm like tapping into my intuition, not feeling the romantic vibe. I just finished sending an audio message to the gentleman I had coffee with this morning and walk with, to tell him I didn't feel a connection. I will say it totally felt sucky to send the message, and yet I knew it was right for me. I will say it was interesting, literally about 10 minutes into our walk, he already said, the next time we see each other, this is what we're going to do. I thought that was kind of interesting that he was making plans without even seeing how the meetup went. And maybe that was a sign of how interested he was, that he was, or how he assumed I was interested in him, kind of thing. But I didn't let that stop me from from sending my message. So yeah, it kind of sucks. And the piece of it, I think ultimately it wasn't there, was that soul piece. And I do feel I can feel it on the first time, given the nature of our conversation. Different subject, but yet related. I actually had a meetup last night with someone I've known for a while. A younger guy, definitely not someone I would, not in my dating range that I would ever consider, but really came to see this soul connection we had and how amazing it feels for me to really be in a man's essence that has that same depth, where we can dive deep into trippy, cool topics of synchronicities and serendipities in our life, and different perspectives and ways we've grown and shifted and changed. I'm coming to see more and more that that is something that's so important to me. So, and I feel I can sense that or see glimpses of that on the first meetup even, and texting, and I actually in the text he had talked about spirituality, and here's some of where I'm at, where's he at, and self-awareness was really what came up with the guy that I had the coffee with. Let me set the context there. So anyway, I'm seeing this again, becoming more and more clear that soul piece is so important to me. Quick update on my first meetup gone nowhere. Again, this super sweet guy, I received a message from him later last night. I didn't respond. And he said he was going to be sending me information about his new business thing that I think is super cool, and want to support. And then also that if I needed a wingman for anything, dancing, outings, anything, he wanted to let me know that he'd be happy to be that guy. So that totally warmed my heart. I felt so good because I do think he's a super cool guy, and I'm open to us being contacts and connections in some way. So I just sent him a quick message, and it felt really good this morning to do that and have that, not really closure, but to kind of know that, you know, he's okay, and he wants to stay connected. So that, again, it just feels really good. Like, we are all connected. I think that's part of one of the things I realize and know. And just because, you know, we're not a match in one way doesn't mean we can't be connected in other ways. In that clip, there's a key thing that I shared, and this is really my third insight, is that having that soul connection is so important to me. It's really become, I think, probably more of a non-negotiable at this point. And I actually, after that whole meetup series, pulled out my Sacred Partner Intention card, read through the bullet points, and lo and behold, of course, bullet point number 2 is that we have a deep soul connection. So I just need to keep reminding myself, and it reinforced like what is important to me. All right, soul connection, so important. All right, my next insight is really something I'm going to bring to you through my captain's log. It is something I recorded this week when I was out and about, and it really spoke to kind of what I was feeling and experiencing in the moment. Enjoy this clip too. Captain's log, Thursday afternoon. I'm sitting here in a park I never really knew existed, up above the pier, with a cup of tea, which is now propping up my phone, and just taking in the beauty of this little park, the flowers, the scenery down to the pier, and beauty is what I kept hearing. Beauty is all around me, and it just reminded me of the beautiful life that I'm living. And that's happening, I believe, in part because of the courage the courage I have to live my life full out, to the best of my ability. And I'm just sitting here with so much love and appreciation for myself. Like, I never would have imagined my life looking like this right now, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I am so proud of myself, so grateful. So my courage, my vulnerability, just willing to peel back the layers, which more layers. This last week was intense in facing things and having conversations and being vulnerable and playful and present. I'm just so proud, and it's such an amazing feeling, and it's something I truly want everyone to experience. Like, how amazing would this world be if every man, every woman really loved themselves, claimed their vision, went for it, even no matter how awkward they were. And yeah, I definitely had some awkward moments this last week, but that's okay, because that's part of the journey, and it doesn't mean anything bad. So yeah, just sending love, feeling love for myself and for everyone out there, really wanting for them what I'm really tapping into here. So that's my beautiful Thursday afternoon captain's log reflection. Wherever you are on your own journey of being courageous and vulnerable and self-love, I want you to know that I am here with you and for you. We can walk together, we can sit together, and really, I want to support you in whatever way. So, if you have a topic or a question, please, my contact information is below. Go ahead and shoot that information or that question to me, and I will be sure to address it in an upcoming episode. I'm seeing more and more that it's like once you open the box, there's so many things, so many little aspects and nuances that, let's make this a collaborative thing. And it's not just my journey, it's our journey together. And I would love to support you in that journey. All right, so that is the recap of my key insights and learnings. So now, what's coming up next? What's coming up next is that the next episode actually is going to be a deep dive into my profile, my Bumble profile. I will share some clips about that, as well as my real profile on actually here's what it says and how I have it all set up. Additionally, I recorded a really powerful, deep captain's log this week, which was something that came out of the new moon and full moon eclipse. Out of the new moon and eclipse energy. And I most likely will be releasing that as a separate episode, so stay tuned for that. Also coming up will be an interview with the amazing, adorable, sweet dating coach, Jonathan Asley. And last but not least, there's just so much information, more beautiful nuggets to come, and I'm getting more and more excited, not just for my journey of finding my sacred partner, but of bringing you along with me and sharing it. So I'll wrap it up with this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so grateful and appreciative that we are on this journey together. I truly believe we can find that beautiful partner that is in our heart for us. And I look forward to bringing more of this journey to you in the very next episode. Take care for now.